Hey Dahlia, what you doing?
Freezing. Because once you grow dahlias and you're successful, they are so beautiful that you kind of get hooked on them. As a matter of fact, I may try some more different varieties because they are just gorgeous. Remember, I couldn't help but pick the orange ones in the beginning of fall. I was kind of like, oh my God, I just kept snapping them. They were pretty. And ours really started blooming at the end of at the end of summer, because I planted them and started them late. What the heck is your problem?
She's probably, she thinks she saw a sweet potato.
What are you doing, you crazy fool? What in God's name?
Cleo, relax. It's not food.
Are you rabid? What the heck is wrong with you?
She's a ground feeder and she thinks that you have food in there.
I don't know what she's doing. She's doing burnouts in the soil. Crazy. You know what, pugs, I love pugs, but they are just like, I don't know. They're fun, but they're also a big pain in the behind. What are you doing? And she's blinded one. What the heck are you doing? I'm trying to do dahlias, excuse me.
Maybe she buried her bone in there.
What the heck?
Cleo!
Oh my God. It's bad enough you got kids to distract you from doing this stuff.
Is there a bone in there? What's the deal?
She's blind. I don't think she knows what I'm doing. But I'm freezing. Would you want to help me empty the rest of these? What in God's name are you doing? Why are you licking the pot?
There's a bone in one of those plants.
What is she doing? Oh no, did I bury my clippers?
Probably.
This is how I do things. You all think I'm professional, right? I found them.
You have a tendency to do that.
But you know what? Do you remember when I first bought these? I don't know, people who follow my page. I was so excited because I'm like, oh, hot pink clippers. I was super excited about them. And they're still pink, but they're starting to wear to the silver. But you know what? I didn't lose them. I went a whole season with them. I mean, I misplaced them a few times and I was a little worried, but here they are. I still have proof. At the end of the season, I have them.
As long as I don't find them with the lawnmower.
Oh no.
I don't care.
Well, I guess if I lose them and you find them with the lawnmower, I'll find them real quick.
And you'll find out real quick too. Got a little show and tell here.
Well, I wanted to show quick the difference between healthy dahlia tubers and not healthy, or if you wait too long and the frost gets them and they just start to rot. Look at this. These were beautiful, huge, like, you know, dahlia tubers. I waited too long and now look at them. They're disgusting. These are small, or they're smooth and they're hard, they're firm, no problems. These are healthy. These unfortunately are going to the compost bin.
So that's it, they're done. There's no saving those.
No saving.
Are you actually doing the dishes?
No.
I didn't think so.
One of the sections of tubers that I dug up today had crown gall. I'm going to show you what that looks like in a second.
And we recommend you don't do this in the shower, because the last time my wife did, she gave the whole family a serious case of planter warts.
What?
Right?
No.
Well, just a warning in case. We don't need to be sued.
You can't get warts from washing your plants in the sink.
Then why do they call them planter warts?
They don't come from plants. Don't ever get your husband involved with things like this. They just drive you nuts. So this is a planter. Yeah, now you got me saying planter. This is a dahlia plant that has crown gall. See how it looks like a brain on the stalk? Ugh. So anyway, I cannot use any of these tubers because they are infected, and you should just throw them away. Don't compost them. Don't do anything with them but throw them in the garbage.
That's nasty.
I know.
See? I think my planter wart looked like that.
That's a serious planter wart.
It's under my toenail.
Ew.
Yeah. That's why I always wear socks, Odie.
All right, I'd rather stick to my cleaning of dahlias. Let's grab another one of these.
Looks like Emma's bath water.
Yeah. Yeah. After a fun day outside.
We recommend also you don't dump the dirty water into the sink when you're done.
Oh yes, boy, did I learn a lesson from that, didn't I, honey?
Yes, you did.
Yes, I now know.
She now knows the plumber's name on a first name basis. What's for breakfast? Spam and yams?
Yeah, spam. These stinking gnats. Fruit flies. I can't get rid of fruit flies. Horrible. And I even have the little traps. I need those yellow sticky tapes.
Are you sure they're fruit flies?
Yes, I know them all too well. Anyway, so kids are off to school. I'm having coffee. And these have got to be divided because they've been drying for 2 days now. So the first thing that I do is I take a look and I see. So when you have a tuber, this is the tuber. This little skinny part is the neck. And then see this bumpy part that's attached to the main stem? That is where the eyes are. You need all three for this to be a viable tuber. So next year, when I pull these out to start growing them, it must have the tuber, the neck, and the eyes in order to grow. If one of those is missing, not happening. It's not a viable tuber. But
And I get to enjoy all the dirt on the basement floor.
you do. But you know what? I'm quiet, right? I mean, as long as I'm doing something, I'm not bugging you. That is, come on, you have to
That's
admit.
one of the best parts of gardening.
You have to admit, when I'm preoccupied with gardening, I don't bug you.
Yes. Like a little nasty fruit fly.
Yes, yes. It's wonderful that you were able to use that little segue into my annoying personality. And I do bug him, and he does help me. He tolerates me a lot.
Yeah.
Much like I tolerate him, don't get me wrong.
That's why we didn't film her cutting the gardens back yesterday, because she was not in a good mood.
That's not true.
You weren't in a good mood. I came over to say, hey, you want me to film this? And you're like,
Because, I didn't want to be bothered because when I get in a zone, I don't want to, like, if I need to get stuff done, I need to do it. I don't want to explain and take time to do it. Like right now, kids are at school. I have time to like sit and divide up and whatever. Yesterday I was running out of daylight because now it's like getting dark at freaking 5 o'clock with the time change. So unfortunately, I had things to do and get done. I didn't have the time to sort of slow down and do it. And I wasn't, I want to get this done.
you were, Just so everybody knows, I did offer to dig it up. But she doesn't trust me with her tubers.
You did not offer.
I'm offering right now. Would you like me to dig
Oh
it?
yeah, now you're offering after you say it? No,
Well, it's on video now.
I wouldn't let you anyway.
Exactly.
You know better than to offer, I guess. Let's take out this one. This is one that I purchased just a single tuber of. That was the Baron Katie. Beautiful, like gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. So I'm hoping it only had 2 stalks and a little tiny one. So I'm hoping that it actually made tubers and that I can regrow some next year. Don't you step on my tubers!
No!
Come on, what are you doing?
I'm trying to
Why
film.
are you moving all over?
I'm trying to film you and back up and almost
No.
broke
That
my
is a
tubers.
fatal mistake. Don't you dare.
Yes.
I'm not going through all this trouble so you can squat.
Thanks for worrying about the tubers and not me.
You're a big boy. This is what the grasses look like before we cut them.
Did you tell them it's the middle of January?
No, it's not the middle. It's January 2nd.
It feels like the middle of January.
No, not yet. It's 32.
Have any gardeners ever died of being frostbitten to death?
That's it. You know what? It's not even that cold.
Please.
There's no ice. We're raking wet leaves. Stop whining.
Yeah.
Anyway, geez, can't find. You know what? Little hard work. If you were working hard, you'd be sweating. It wouldn't even matter. I'm not even cold. But anyway, so this is what it looks like on the side that we haven't tackled yet.
Do you know why plants stay single?
That's a dumb question.
Because they have a lot of buds. That just came out right there.
Wow.
It's hard to tell jokes about the garden.
Then you really shouldn't.
Well, hey, how about this? Shouldn't we be covering these? What aren't you worried they're going to get frost? We're going to get frost tonight.
It's winter.
Yeah. So what's the difference?
If it's hardy in zone 5, it wants dormant cold weather for a while.
What's that plant on the end? Is that a hydrangea?
Yeah, the one you got yelled at for?
Yeah.
It was beautiful. It had those big blue flower heads. Oh, actually, that one blooms on old and new wood. So if you busted off some of them, I could forgive you because it's supposed to bloom on new wood also. But, you know.
You didn't yell at me, by the way. You said very nicely, honey, don't rake that plant because you might wreck it.
I most certainly did not say that to you like that.
Well, I'm just trying to, you know.
No, you don't have to. I'm proud of my absolute bluntness in the garden. I don't care. If you're offended by how by my lack of thinking before I say something, it's probably not a good channel to watch. Especially when it comes to my plants. I have no shame in hollering at you if you're about to do something that could potentially wreck something. But that's why you love me. I mean, I'm a very strong, independent, voiceful woman.
Well, I also had my earbuds in too, so I wasn't really listening to you anyway.
Well, great. So then it doesn't even matter. Look at that.
No.
He doesn't listen to me a lot. That's why I have to holler.
After 11 years, I've learned to ignore you when your voice increases in volume.
When the decibels go up, yeah. You should just hide. I don't really want to do this right now.
I know, me either.
You know what? I think I'm going to go tackle my daylilies in the basement.
Well, how about this? I'll help you rake it. We'll get it done. And then you can leave me alone for the rest of the weekend. Sound like a plan?
Do I have to commit to that?
Yes.
I guess.
Cool. See, compromise. It always works.
That's a big garden to get done, so I appreciate that you helped me with that.
I know. I appreciate that I helped you with it too.
Well,
My
I do
goodness.
have a way of like positioning things so that you feel bad if I'm out here doing it alone.
Yeah, that guilt thing works pretty good.
Yeah, it does. I'm pretty good at that.
You are. You're a master at it. All right, well, I feel guilty I'm not helping you, so
Get down here then.
we'll be back. What do you think?
I think I'm done for the day.
So do I. My fingers are freezing.
Yes.
We better...
But I feel better. You know, I look out our window and I've been looking at these two gardens going, ugh. And opportunity happened. So it's done.
Yeah, we better end this episode before we have to call it Guiding Gang Green Thumbs here.
Boy, you're just full of it today.
Well, that's what happens when you get hypothermia.
Well, good. In the basement, it's nice and warm, and we have to wash some pots so I can pot up daylilies, so you won't be cold at all.
Yeah, because I won't be there.
It's time.
At all.
It's time.
It's time for some football.
No, it's time to expand my ever-expanding daylily collection. Oh my God, look at the weeds growing.
Oh.
That's how warm it's been. Terrible. Anyway. Oh, you could take all this umbrella and the patio chairs and stuff.
Yeah, we'll
down
do
to the
that.
garage,
We'll
too.
do that another day.
Nah?
The way the temperatures are, it's going to be warmer tomorrow.
You know, it looks so sad in the winter.
It is.
It's really sad. Like, I don't know.
I miss being outside with you and just
Yeah, I'm sure
working
you
up
do.
a sweat.
I miss my birds and my bugs. Anyway, let's get going. So here's what I do for this compilation of beautiful bloom every spring. It is a little cold.
That's why you should leave your hair down.
You know, it's true, but I can't work with it in my face all the time.
To cover up those ears.
Then I wouldn't be able to hear your sweet voice.
Yes.
It's important to fertilize. It's important to have good, healthy soil. And it's important to have your husband help you.
Yes, definitely. So what's the difference between compost and fertilizer? Like, why do you do...
You know what? I just went round and round with this because, you know, some people just say, the only thing I do is add a layer of compost. which I do at a minimum of every other year.
And our soil is extra crappy because of the pug feces, or no?
Because of what?
Pug feces.
No. Well, yes, but no. Our soil is just, our native soil is just hard clay. It's just the nature of where we live in New York.
She missed the whole joke, folks.
I didn't. I got the pug feces. I'm ignoring it because it's not relevant.
Crappy soil.
I get
Extra
it.
crappy.
I really do get the jokes. Congratulations, it was funny.
We will be adding a laugh track, ladies and gentlemen.
Or less jokes.
Well, come on.
Funny.
Come on now. Here comes our organic fertilizers.
Oh my God. By the way, you never want to use dog or cat fertilizer. Only stuff that came from something that was alive at one point. Like
So
organic green.
So you shouldn't leave dog crap in your garden, is what you're saying.
Which is why you are going to get a first-hand lesson on removing it from my plants.
Is that why I got a pooper scooper as a birthday present?
Jax loves. Yes, that thing works great. You don't have to bend over. Look, he's already looking. Out! Get out!
I smell fertilizer. I know I went here.
So that's the other thing. When you put your granular fertilizer down, they do love it. They tend to dig. So if you have dogs that are like, ooh, fertilizer, and they want to dig and they want to smell and roll in it, mulch on top before you, like, do it the same day. Otherwise, you're going to have a big mess on your hands. If I were to leave this for a week, we would have 3 dogs and big holes and messed up gardens.
Because,
So,
yeah,
the more
plant food stinks.
Yeah, it does. But it's so healthy. Right?
It looks like
Jax.
cat litter.
Jack stinks, but he's healthy.
Well,
He's a little obese.
now the cat's going to crap in the garden because it looks like you're throwing down some litter for it.
Actually, it does look like litter. Kind of smells like litter.
Yeah, used cat litter. Are you sure this isn't just a big scam?
I'm sure of it. I'm sure of it.
That Purina isn't making plant tone
Nope.
with used cat litter?
Yep. If you take a walk through the gardens like
Cleo.
like Cleo is, and just Cleo.
She's deaf, I told you.
Well, anyway, if you take a walk through your gardens, you just, every time you see one sprout, that's how you manage it. And then eventually, if you cram your gardens like me, this is really, you're gonna have a living mulch because no weeds are gonna be able to sprout. Yeah. Oh, look it. This is what happens. Right here.
Uh-oh, Cleo.
A daylily. Only one fan of it do I have, and it is now starting over. I'm gonna go finish up.
Good. Sounds great. Thanks for the lesson. Can't wait for a long day of strenuous labor.
Life would be lost without labor.
Yes, it would be. All right. I'm going to go get a couple more minutes of rest and then I'll be back. Thank you. Time to roll out the gray carpet.
My husband's a painter, everybody, and a comedian.
Yeah, right?
But the thing is,
My job's a joke. That doesn't mean I'm a comedian.
I was just going to say, but it's not funny when you can't get your own things done and your painter lives with you. But listen, our house, man, it needs some work outside. I mean, you probably can't tell on camera, right? Because it's like, but it's really uneven. And who was it, Benjamin Moore, that changed their product?
Let's not start slandering companies here.
No, but some company changed their product. A very well-known Benjamin Moore. And
I did not say that.
and it just didn't sink into the wood as good. It's like some spots are dark, some spots are light, and even with the wood brightener, because listen to me, I actually sound like I know what I'm talking about. Look at how uneven that is. It's terrible. So I want it dark. I wanted it black, stained black, because, you know, why not? And I want to keep the wood under here, which really isn't exposed to elements, brown. And I know that sounds strange, but we're going to not do that until the end. And then hopefully I want to keep it that way. Hopefully I want to keep it natural under there. But so My husband doesn't want to like start it because once we add this semi-solid stain, you can't go back. So, and I want him to just start doing it so that he can't go back and he has to get it done.
I heard the owner's wife loves to spend money like crazy, so I dropped everything. I said, this is the job I'm going to start this with. I need to get paid.
Oh my God. I'm going to pay you in flowers.
Yeah.
You know, it's time to give it a little love. It's not that old and it's starting to look a little aged. I mean, aren't we all?
Do you want to help me?
Yeah, would love to.
All right, well, you're going to have to do the high stuff.
Oh no, I'm just filming because isn't that what you do? When you say I'm going to help you in the garden, you just film me.
Well,
and I'm going to ask you questions. So hop up on that ladder, sweet cheeks.
Yeah, well, I think you should go up on the ladder, and when you fall, you're fired before you hit the ground.
Oh, that's terrible.
Well,
if I hit it, hopefully I hit it hard.
I also heard the people didn't really, have good insurance here either. So let's be careful.
Yeah. All I know is that is a beautiful color. It's hard to see in the camera.
It's nice now until a spider decides he wants to set up a shop. And you're going to see its web and everything.
That's okay. I have a husband who can power wash.
Black is a very difficult color to keep clean.
Oh, I don't care.
Just look at Jack's. You can see, hey, you want me to hit a few spots there?
He looks like he needs a touch up.
He needs a little Grecian formula by the looks of it. Come on, get out of the way, dog. I think it looks beauty, you know? Plus, I know the guy that owns the place, so he doesn't care at this point.
Yeah, what's his wife think?
She thinks too much, is from what I hear.
Man, look at that, though.
It looks great.
Look at that. It's going to be awesome.
It is. It's gonna
and it
look
still
good
shows
for
like the
about-
wood grain and...
It's like when you clean the kitchen. It looks good for
Beautiful.
about a week, and then after that, forget it.
There's some sunlight shining. It's kind of skewing the color. But oh man, look at that. Is gorgeous. Oh, is it going to be a clean look? I mean, in my head, it's going to be a clean look.
It's going to be a long night is what it's going to be.
That's all right.
Leave me be.
Yes.
Go do what you got to do.
Oh, really? You don't
Yeah.
want me to bug you while you're doing your thing?
Well, painting and gardening are totally different.
Actually, the house needs to look good because if it's dark, all of my flowers are going to pop.
So all I really have to do is weed it, compost it, throw some mulch on it, and this thing's going to look beauty.
Wow. That's impressive. I think you're starting to pay attention.
Well, some of us aren't plant tone deaf. We hear everything.
Wow. You are just on it.
That's why I'm working.
Get back to that painting.
I've heard enough. So what are your big plans for the weekend here?
You're looking at it.
Making your husband work? Memorial Day, I'm going to remember all the moments we spent in the garden.
I'm certainly not making you film.
So do you actually think this is going to work?
Um,
Throwing these huge divots down here on the grass?
It can't be any worse.
It looks like half of them are filled with weeds. Are we going to spray it with weed
This is
killer?
all weeds. This is about 10% grass. But you know what? Weeds grow best. Our whole front lawn is weeds.
So yeah, she's not really expanding the garden. She's just,
I'm
re-edging it.
transplanting it.
Well, hopefully it'll rain here and it'll not only water the grass, but rain us out of this weekend gardening project we're doing.
Well, then you'll have to do it after work. So,
I'm busy.
careful what you wish for.
I'm busy. All right, looking great. Can't wait to mow it. Half of it will end up on the house.
Lovely.
I better mow towards your vehicle.
And I got Autumn Brilliance. The Japanese painted ferns that are like the silvery that everybody has. There's one that's called Autumn Brilliance that has these orangey peachy tones to them, and they get bronzy like when they first come out, when they first leaf out. They have these gorgeous tones to them, and then it's kind of like a limey color otherwise. So I have 3 of those that went in because that's a good filler for in there.
Are they summer stupid?
Huh?
They're autumn brilliance. Are they summer stupid?
Oh yes, yes, yes they are. I have a 3rd one for you.
Oh, you're gonna give me one? Of a Distilbia?
No, this is Brunnera.
Oh, a Brunnera.
Yes. So there it is. Jack of Diamonds. It gets 14 to 16 inches tall and tall, 9 to 10 inch leaves.
And it's good for shade, right?
Best in full shade. Now I'm talking like you. Moist soils. Say that 3 times fast.
Yeah, who's got the tongue twisters with all these dumb names?
And it says morning sun is tolerated. So this is like a full shade plant.
Really? How much does one of those go for? Yeah, funny the price tag is never on these plants when you bring them home.
You know what? Even if I knew, I wouldn't tell you.
Oh, because it's a gift. That's another way to get out of it.
Yes.
She gives it to me, so she can't tell me what the price is.
Jax! Jax, ow, ow, ow.
Hey, now.
Get out of there.
All right, walk. Look out. Oh, my God. Oh, it's like walking through a landmine.
You can have this one in the front.
That doesn't answer the question. Do I have to dig it out?
Well, this was just put in this year, so the roots are not very deep. It's shallow rooted.
I'll think about it.
No, you'll take it.
Well,
that's it.
There's nothing else to offer. I don't think that'll look good. I don't like the green. I don't think it'll go good with my lime colors.
Really?
Well,
who are you? Things. But
notice you want to point out the new paint job on the house or what?
Yeah.
Looking good.
Thrilled with that.
Boy, whoever did that knew what they were doing.
You know what? I'm happy.
I know, so am I. I'm happy it's done.
I even like the roof that it's brown. I actually like that it's kind of brown on the roof, and I like the tan around the windows. I think that really works, and I think it accents the foundation rock, the cultured stone on the foundation. So,
well, enjoy it now, because after a couple angry bird turds. So plants don't get pissed when you pinch them?
No. Well, they do. Then they're like, oh no, you're not gonna take off my main leader. I'm gonna give you like 12 liters, which is what you want. It's like manipulation.
Do dahlias really have armpits, or was that just an expression?
No, that's what they call the little crevice between the main stem and the little leaf node.
They do?
Yeah.
It's called an armpit?
Well, that's what it is, really.
Huh.
It's kind of upside down, though. Armpits go up this way, and the armpit of the plant is like on the top part.
Well, you might want to get some deodorant, because your dahlias stink. And not in a good way.
Oh, thank you. Anyway, so this is bee balm. I did pinch this also. So lots of pinching going on this year.
Are there always the same size, these peony bushes, or no?
No, they're all different.
So there's little itsy bitsy teeny peonies, or no?
Yes, sort of. I don't know why that struck me funny, but yes. They have, plant size or flower size, because look at this one. This one, totally different form. Look at the size of this. This is Walter Main's. And this one, the whole, of course I love the bright red, but the whole center, instead of being like a double with multiple rounds of petals, this has anthers. Like the whole center is all anthers, and that is like the main attraction on the peony. So this form is amazing. Like, what happened? I don't know. The lavender did not fare well. It has to be the ice, because these have been in for years.
I think it's the pug.
Well,
yep. You're in for a rude awakening. You're in for a rude awakening. Didn't you say that Jax wrecked these plants?
So on the left here, this one.
Yes.
That's what it's supposed to look like. It's supposed to be standing up and beautiful with yellow flowers. This is what happens when you have dogs, and it just like mangles the flowers. So I have to move these to an interior spot, because I'm not looking at that. That is sloppy and messy. And he did the same thing here. Look, he did the same thing here. See how messy and horrible that looks?
Well, can you blame him? It looks like a great place to go to the bathroom. Think about it. Every time you see a honey wagon, it has colorful flowers on it. So he's just, it's instinctual.
No. It's annoying.
So what do you do normally if you find a plant and there's a problem? Do you go on the internet and look immediately?
I usually come to you and say your dog is destroying my plants.
I love the honey wagon orange, though. They are beautiful.